Hello all, and welcome to Wayne's Allotment. So, what have I got for you this time round? Well, I've been nominated with one of these YouTube challenges. It's lessons learned, 3 things that I've learned over the growing season, thanks to Muddy Boots. Thank you, Nigel, you're a gentleman. I plant my garlic, I get my garlic in. I get my runner bean seeds in as well, and it's always the case with me, there's odd little snippets that might sneak in. Can I just thank everybody that's liked, commented and subscribed to my videos. It is very much appreciated. I know I say this quite regular, but it really is appreciated. I wouldn't mention it otherwise. So without further ado, let's crack on. Thanks a lot. I'm just over on the plot. I've just topped up the bird feeders and doing 1 or 2 little bits tidying up, and it looks like I've got a new neighbour. I'll show you, spin you around and show you what I'm babbling on about. There we go. Somebody's been over here and trimmed this, or gone over it with a scythe or something, sickle, and cut the grass back, and they've started digging down here, and there's my plot along there, as you can see. So it looks like I've got a new neighbour. So I'm very pleased with that. I'll tell you something, whoever does take this on, they've got themselves a row of raspberry canes across the back. So they've already got something they can harvest in the future before they do any more. So I'm very pleased that somebody's on here. That's really good news. Right, so we'll get and start with the garlic. Variety, can you see that? Provence white. I will get and split these cloves up and we'll get them in. Now then, I don't know if you've ever planted garlic before, but what we need to do is to split these cloves, or split the bulbs should I say, into single cloves, taking off any loose skin, removing. That one's a little soft, so we won't touch that one. You get the idea of just splitting these all up, removing all the unnecessary skins. These individual cloves hopefully will grow into bulbs of that size. Hopefully, fingers crossed. And so on. Right, I will get and split these all up, because as you can see it's a bit of a time consuming job, and I'll bring you back once these are all split up. Smells nice as well. I do like the smell of garlic. Right, so what we've got there, we've got 52 cloves. There's 3, I'll show you, there's 3 here that I've taken off. That one is very transparent top, so I don't think any good will come to that. These 2 are a little soft, so we'll discard those. And what I'm now going to do, you can see I've put the line through down there. I've got a little dibber that I shall make a small hole with, and then just drop each garlic clove in so that the top is just below the surface. Right, small dibber just to make a hole. This is measured off that 6-inch mark. I'm going to use that as the mark, and then the clove, blunt side, blunt end down, just into there, and next one, blunt end down. Some people do cut these tops off, get hold of them, break them off, pull them off, cut them. I don't bother. Right, I'll get on and carry on carry on planting these, and I'll bring you back when I'm all finished. So there we have it. That's all the garlic in. Thinking about it, I could have probably had another bulb of garlic just to fill the bed. I've got the label. We need to put that in, which we will put down there. And you will notice I've put a label, a blank label, nothing on that at all, just at the end there to denote that is the end of that row. I'll just show you what I've used. The bed has been treated with pelletised chicken muck, which you can probably see, a few pellets. The bed was dug over, pelletised chicken muck added, and worked in with my scarifying hoe. I then used some of this. This is a brand new container of this. I've treated it and worked that in, and I used this on my onions earlier this year, and I was very, very, very pleased, so I've put it in here with these. So the next job is the broad beans. Okay, the garlic's all gone in, so the next job is broad beans, Claudia Aquadulce. These, again, if nobody knows, can you see the size of the seed? Decent sized seed, easy enough to handle. The This has just been prepared with pelletised chicken muck, dug over and chicken muck worked in. I'm going to sow these in a zigzag pattern along the bed. Some people put them in a straight line and make 2 or 3 rows. I'm going to fill this bed, hopefully. The pack does say this average of 45 seeds, so that'll be more than enough. And I will just work my way down in a zigzag pattern, giving about a 10-inch spacing between each seed. 8 to 10 inches, I think, spacing between each seed. So there we have it. That was all the broad beans gone in. Well, not all. There is some seed left over just in case I do get any that miss. I've chosen Claudia Aquadulce as that's a good overwintering, very hardy variety. And if any do miss, as I say, I've got a few seeds left over to just pop in early spring to help balance things up if needs be. Well, you catch me in the greenhouse, and I'm going to do some pots of tulips. They've been wanting doing for a while, so I'll show you what I've got. These were from Dobbies. They're 45 bulbs, lily flowered blend it says, assorted colours. So there we go, that's the bag of them. So we'll get them. I'm going to probably put about 6 in each of these pots, but I'll show you what I'm doing anyway. Right, that's the tub. Compost that's in here, this particular tub had some sweet peas in it this year. I've emptied the compost out into the wheelbarrow, cleaned the pot up, put most of the compost back, topped it up with some fresh, put a little bit of pelletised chicken muck, a little bit of fish blood and bone, and we'll get some of these tulips in. As I say, they're assorted varieties, so we will just we'll do exact opposites. To start with, and then work them in. I'm going to do about 6 tubs in total. We'll have some round the front, some round the back. I'm going to put, let's put 3 together in the middle. And that's it. Really simple. That's very moist compost, so I don't think I'm going to bother watering it. I will crack on and get them all done. I won't bother showing you the finished result because you're looking at a pot of compost. Really, it's nothing really spectacular, is it? So, you know. So there we have it. That's and I'm going to do, say, about 6 of these. And then I've got the little wheelbarrow that I had some summer flowers in. I had some geraniums in that. That's been emptied. That I think I'm going to put some snowdrops in. So there we go. That's a bit of summer, bit of spring colour hopefully for next year. So this challenge that Muddy Boots has set me with regards 3 lessons learned. Well, the first one is my onions. I'll show you what I'm on about with those. I'm just really chuffed a bit at how well they've grown, and I shall definitely do the same again next year. Right, there we have it, folks. All onions in. So, well, 75 onions gone in and all netted. I hope you can see through this netting. You can see the openings I've made, and hopefully we will have no problems with weed, and also the good old allium fly. Right, another lesson learned. I'll pan out and you'll see what I'm looking at. As you can see, this shall we say embankment that is on the edge of my plot, it's become overgrown with weeds because I've done nothing with it this year. So that is going to be rectified. Next year you'll see none of this. Plans are already in place because of with the weeds that are in here. Plans are already in place for me to make sure this is a sight of the past. You don't see it again. So that is my that is another one of my lessons learnt for this year. I'm very pleased with these leeks. These have been netted with this Enviromesh type netting. First year I grew leeks was the first year I had an allotment. I didn't put the mesh on and they got allium fly and that ruined them. After that I've meshed all the time. Let's see if we can zoom in on a specific leek. But yes, you get the picture. Very pleased. And I've netted these ever since the first year and will continue to do so, because it's a lesson well learnt. Well, that's it for this one. Thank you all very much for watching. I suppose the only thing now is it remains for me to nominate 3 people with regards to lessons learned. So I think I'm going to start off with Terry King, Allotment Gardening on a Budget. He's got quite a large allotment, and he has a dabble with regards growing like long beetroot and giant cabbage and so on. So I would think there's a few things that a few lessons learned that he's learnt over the season that he can pass on. Next one, Steve's Seaside Allotment. His allotment, I think it's constantly green throughout the year. He's self-sufficient with regards to vegetables. So it could be interesting to see what lessons he's learned. And then I think I'm just trying to think who else now. Tony C. Smith. He's got a very nice up north, very nice allotment. Does a bit of no dig, I think. I'm not sure if he's all no dig, to be honest. And he also experiments with different camera angles, which is quite a good thing to see. And his music, when he puts some music onto the videos, he always seems to just get it spot on. He seems to pick the right music for the right scene. It's really good. And I'll apologise now if you 3 have already done a lessons learnt. That'll teach me for just just naming names straight off the top of my head. So until the next time, be good, look after yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks a lot.